But that means a volcanic arc on that coast. And the first map that we'd drawn, Ian drew this one, it was like this, with mountains on the north coast and on the coast over that way, but here, no mountains. But that's where we wanted the volcanoes. Consistency demanded that. So, for geological consistency, we changed to this pattern. Quite a lot of coding involved. So, we can really say that for this book we moved mountains. So, spoiler anxiety and time limits and so on, I'm not going to talk about the effects of synthé on transport or on ecology or war or sex, quite dramatic effects on sex, cookery, religion, medicine, entertainment, engineering. They all have their patterns. But we had to argue our way through this in rather tremendous detail, just to satisfy ourselves and the kind of readers that this kind of science fiction gets. Because people write in with really tricky questions. Sure, we still make some mistakes, and you're very, very much invited to find them. And the point is, this is typical. The book isn't a special book that way in terms of the amount of effort that we put into world building. So, hard SF is like that. So, this is why you have in hard SF much more co-authored books. Other literature, other genres have usually one author. There are special cases, often when there's a big name and somebody's got tired of writing it, and so they invite another name. But real collaborations are pretty rare outside SF, but particularly in hard SF, they're common.
Are you saying hard SF is hard?
In both senses, yes. But everything has its own kind of difficulty.
Right.
But the difficulty in hard, meaning technically solid, is all of this cross-checking and consistency. And it's much, much easier to create with two people arguing about it.
Yeah.
Two people, it's easier to do. Like creating a person.
Did you have to do it across a table, or were you?
No, we did it across 2 continents, or 3. When we started writing it, I was living in Geneva and he was in Coventry. Then I went to the States and I moved around, and simultaneity quakes rather interfered with it. That's why it took something like 40 years to write. There were large gaps. The sequel we started in February, and we finished the first draft in June, and I think we have a pretty final version now. So, different rates of time. But yeah, when we started writing it, I wrote my versions, my bits of it in pencil, and he typed. Now we exchange word files. But no stage have we been living in the same country, and I don't think, no, at any stage we were even in the same time zone. And the work on this one, we took it up again about 3 years ago. I was living here, and he was still living in Coventry. He's travelled around a bit, but I have been endlessly travelling. So, in fact, we created more than just a world. We created the whole galactic framework, a society of worlds. And society, in that society, when the heroes get home, Sinte are very, very disruptive. And you have modern science, in fact postmodern science, investigating these things, finding out things about them. So you do get, in the sequel, you do get planet busters, you do get some of the big dramatic effects. So we managed to have our cake and eat it. So that's basically what I can say without giving the thing away, and I think people on the whole like to discover it and figure out puzzles themselves. So I will stop there. Thank you very much. And Sinte.com has lots of fun stuff. It has a big spoiler advert at the beginning. If you log in, if you go to that page without having been there before, I've given a chance to give it a cookie, it says, beware of spoilers. If you can't read the Gospel of St. Matthew because St. Mark gave away the resurrection, you don't want to read this. I'm not really a believer in the spoiler theory myself. I find a book worth reading is more worth reading the second time. But